Hello and welcome to online math class. Today's section is section 11.5. Today we're going to be talking about probability with a combination of permutations and combinations. So please make sure you have your worksheet ready, your pen and paper ready, and have these problems worked out with me. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first problem here. 6 jokes about books by, I'm not going to say this name, Marx, Bob Blitzer, Stephen Wright, Henry Youngman, and Jerry Seinfeld and Phyllis Diller are each written on one of the 6 cards. The cards are then placed in a hat and drawn one at a time. Okay, what is the probability that the man's joke will be delivered first and the woman's joke will be delivered last? So let's see what they're talking about. You have 6 cards. So let me go ahead and draw these cards first. Hopefully I should be able to draw them. That's not a perfect card, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 cards. And let me go ahead and draw hats so you know what's happening here. Okay, that's a hat. So what they're doing is they are taking these 6 cards and writing a joke about the books. So let's say the first one is about Bob, the next one is about Marx, and then Stephen, and then Henry, and then Felice, and then Jerry Seinfeld. So what we do here is you take the cards, and I'm going to take this card, put it in here, take the card, take the card, put it in here, take the card, put it in here. So I'm taking all these cards and I'm putting them in a hat. So that's what's happening. You're putting all the cards in the hat and then you're randomly picking one card at a time. So let's say I pick just this card. So when I pick a card, see, that's the first card. So now that's not what they're asking us. They're giving us a condition. They say, what is the probability of the man's card being delivered first and the woman's in the last? So like probability, you always start with total number of possible permutations. What does that mean? How many ways can I pick these cards? This is a permutation, remember. So I can pick Henry's card first. I can pick Jerry Seinfeld's card next. I can pick whatever M stands for. That's one order, right? That's another order. So different ways I can pick this one. So do you see what I'm talking about here? So let me go back and put all the cards back in there. So the order does matter. Whose card is picked first? I could pick P first and H next and S and B and J. That's one order. I could pick H, M, S, B. So now the denominator is total number of permutations. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The first card, we always work with the denominator first because that's how we always try to do it. So the first joke can be delivered, or the first card has 6 options because the first card can be any one of the 6. Once the card is gone, let's say B is gone, right? How many options do I have for the second one? How many are left out? 1. Let me take a small one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you see that? Second one has 5. And the third one has 4. Sorry, the fourth one has 4, 3, 2, 1. So when I multiply 6 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, I get 720. So there's 720 ways of picking the card. That's the denominator, right? Probability, you always start with the total number of possible permutations first. And now let me go ahead and check what the numerator is. I'm going to use a different color for my numerator. What are they asking me? They said the first card has to be a man's card. And the last one has to be a woman's card. Or a woman's joke or card, whatever it is. So let's go ahead and see how many females do we have in this. We only have one, which is Felice, right? So the only way that Felice can go in the end is one way. So that's 1. And then I have 5 options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the last option is Felice, which is only one way she can be there. So that's taken care of. Now let's go ahead and see how many ways can a man's joke come first. So we're talking about the first joke has to be a man's joke. So the first joke is man's joke. How many ways? 5. Once that's taken care of. The next one has 4, 3, 2, 1. Do you see that? The first joke is man's joke, so I have 5 men here. So I have options, 5 options, right? Once the first man's joke is taken off, I have left with 4. So the second has 4 options. The third has 3 options, 2 and 1. And when I multiply this, let me see what I will get. 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 is 120. Now if I put everything back, my probability is going to be 120 by 720, in which is 1 over 6. Okay? So again, quickly recap. They want the probability of number of permutations. Man's joke first, woman's joke last. So you always start with your denominator. Total number of permutations are 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which is 720. And then how many ways can you have a woman's joke in the end? Only one way, because you only have one female. What about the man's joke first? You have 5 men, so that's 5. The remaining is 4, 3, 2, 1.